Welcome back to Living Passionately with Pat Brown. Today, I bring to you this exciting subject on the power of letting go. Stop the struggle and allow life to flow. For some of us, it's the hardest thing that we can do. Letting go and allowing the ebbs and flow of life to happen. We are so used to being in control or want to control every aspect of our life. But when you've lived to a certain number of years, you come to realize that there really isn't a lot that you can control. You can control yourself, you can control your thoughts, and you can control your actions. And sometimes even that can be a struggle. Controlling our minds and keeping the right mindset. Some days it can be a struggle for many of us. And I tell people like every day, there's a scripture that talks about renewing your mind. Well, now I totally understand what that means. For me, it's like taking a shower every day, or 2 showers minimum per day, because you constantly have to make sure that you are in the right frame of mind. And it's getting into a habit of doing things that would allow you to stay in the right frame of mind so that you can function through life, deal with the challenges that comes on a daily basis, making the right decisions, and of course, just allowing life to flow. If you've ever felt stuck, scared, frustrated, or like you're forcing things to happen, or feel that things are not happening for you, this message is for you. And if it's not for you, I can assure you that there's someone you know that you can share this message with. So, first of all, I want to say that letting go does not mean that you're giving up. It's about stepping aside and trusting life's flow and believing that what's meant for you is for you and it will come. Right now, I want you to think about something or situation that you've been holding on to so tightly that you need to let go of. Keep that thing in mind, and I want you to or make a note of it. And as I go through this message, I want you to think about how you can let go of that thing or situation that you've been trying to control. Remember in elementary school how we all had that experiment of planting a seed and then seeing it grow, coming up in the pot, as a little leaf at first, or even the root, whatever it may be that we may have planted. And just remember how we would water that little plant. You wouldn't go to it every day because you didn't want to disrupt the flow of the life of that plant becoming whatever it was growing into. But we knew that the seed was there beneath the ground, and we trusted that it was growing beneath the surface, and we waited patiently for that seed to grow. And it's the same thing in life. We have to allow nature to take its course. Just like the butterfly, before it becomes a butterfly, it's a caterpillar. Can you imagine if you tried to help that caterpillar become a butterfly before the time? What would happen? It really wouldn't become a butterfly, right? We would definitely kill that caterpillar in the process. The same way we have to trust the nature of life. We have to let go of trying to be in control of so many things. Sometimes we even try to control others. And that's the biggest mistake that you can make in life. You might be able to control a child, but definitely not adults. And sometimes even as adults, we try to control each other. As humans, we always feel the need to control things, making sure that everything is in place or the process is totally correct before we make a move or trust anyone with what we're doing. Mainly due to fear of uncertainty, and not trusting the process. It can be pressure from society or from peers to always make sure that we are in control, and the need to achieve and always be the winner. That is a process that we need to work on even within ourselves, to trust that the process is working out for our good. remember that you will bloom in your own time, just like the plant does, just like the butterfly does. You will also bloom in your time. There's never a competition. There's never a need to force the process. Your time will come, and what is meant for you will always be for you. And that has been one of my greatest philosophies in life that has really helped me to believe that what God has for me is for me. Sometimes I might get, concerned. I might get down about it. I might think, what is happening to me? I've been asking for this. It's been years, it's been months, or whatever the case might be, and it doesn't seem like it's working. And then I have to remind myself that I'm not in control of everything. I cannot control every situation. And when I sit back and relax and let go, is when things start to flow. And I've had so many situations in my life where that has happened. Have you ever worried about something that didn't even happen? Oh my gosh, I could write a book on that. There are even times when I have to remind myself of that famous Bible verse of having faith as little as a mustard seed. Have you ever seen the size of a mustard seed? When I saw a mustard seed some years ago, I could not believe that it was so tiny. And I was like, oh my goodness, like, God forgive me. You said to have faith as little as a mustard seed, and sometimes we don't have that faith that things are going to work out. So what do? We try to do it on our own. And so many times we screw it up along the way. And then we have to redo it. It's like taking a class again, because we do not trust the process and that it is working out for our good. Some of you may have heard me share it before about wanting to start a YouTube channel back in 2019. And I was so scared about starting a channel. I kept thinking, who's gonna watch me? No one is gonna listen. How can I compete with other YouTubers? My channel is never gonna grow. I would have all these negative thoughts. It was like, how do you come up with this a whole question and answer before you even tried having a channel? So finally, 2 years ago, on my 57th birthday, I decided to go ahead and actually published a video that I had recorded. And now here I am today with 500 subscribers. People are constantly sharing my videos. They're telling others about it. They're liking, they're calling me, they're commenting. And it makes me feel good. It encourages me to continue going and not giving up. But just imagine if I had never started a channel. And yes, I am so excited about having over 500 viewers. For me, it's like, it is a big deal, because I remember when I had 5 viewers, or my first 50 or my first 100. And I know that there's going to be a day when there's going to be more than 50,000 people viewing my videos or hearing my voice, because I enjoy encouraging, motivating, and inspiring people. And I intend to spread my message around the world to encourage others, because there's so many people that have never heard of Pat Brown. Like, who is Pat Brown? Like, recently I heard of a guy, a motivational speaker, and I've been listening to motivational speakers for so long. And recently I heard of a guy whose name is Neville Goddard, who was born in Barbados and lived here in the US. And he was a motivational speaker like during the World War, like in the 40s and 50s. He passed away some years ago, but his messages have gone global. But they didn't go global when he was alive, I don't think. And I can't believe that I've never heard of him until a few weeks ago. And I'm fascinated by the messages that he recorded back then. And the videos are not even videos of him. They're recordings of his voice that have been enhanced by others to spread his message. Just believing in yourself, and that what is for you is for you, and believing things as they are. And he made some great references to biblical verses that if we would only believe in those things that we've been taught, how much easier our life can be. But somehow we seem to get lost in the process, or messages that are taught to us that just seem to put fear in us instead of uplift us. Because if we are truly created in God's image, how could we be living in so much fear and not having hope and believe, And as I continue to study and learn about the power of our minds and just how God has created us, that it's beyond measure, it's beyond our own understanding, that we are so powerful and we can do so much good and use our intelligence for good. 50 years from now, I don't know who is going to hear Pat Brown for the first time. And I'll be so excited, that I might not be here, but that my message can still encourage. So I had to stop doubting myself. I had to stop overthinking, because basically that's what I was doing. And I had to trust God's guidance and believe that I am being guided. One of my daily affirmations is that I am being divinely guided at all times. And if I'm being divinely guided at all times, I should know that I will get what is meant for me, because I am being guided by the most powerful one, and the all-powerful, all-knowing God. And so I will have the right message, I will get to the right audience, and I will encourage those people that need to hear my message. There's so many that have not heard it, and there's so many messages that I have not birthed yet, and I can't worry about those messages right now. Right now, I'm focused on this subject of the power of letting go, stop the struggle, and allow life to flow. And that is what I am focused on today. I have to practice patience, and I encourage you to do that. Practice patience just like the caterpillar did. The caterpillar doesn't rush to become a butterfly, and your growth and my growth will come at the right time. We have to believe that we are constantly learning and evolving, and it must be at the right time. So stay present and focus on one day at a time on what you can do. Focus on what you can do today. Use daily affirmations to shift your mindset. The negatives are always going to come to weigh you down, but you are in control of your mindset. You are in control of your thoughts. And when those negative thoughts come that seem overwhelming at times, believe me, you can control those too, or get rid of them. Some of the affirmations that I say on a daily basis, so that I help to guide me throughout my day, throughout my life, and everything that I'm doing, is the first one is, I am divinely guided at all times. I trust that everything I need is already on the way. And the third one is, I trust the process of life. What's meant for me is for me, and what's meant for you is for you. Remember that letting go is not about giving up. It's about creating space for what's truly meant for you. So I want to hear from you. I want you to share in the comments some of the things that you're working on letting go. And right now we are about to start a new calendar year, the year 2025. And it's a great time to think about those things that you need to let go of, as we go into a new year. So if this message resonated with you, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and share this message with someone. I would greatly appreciate that.